Good morning to all of you. Today we have start new chapter, that is chapter number 6, work, energy and power. In that chapter we have discussed about what is meant by work, what is meant by energy and what is meant by power. Before going to discuss work, energy and power, we need some mathematical concept. That concept today we have learned, that is this scalar product. The concept is scalar product, but before discussing this, first we have discussed some basics concept, what is meant by scalar and what is meant by vector. First we have to see what is meant by scalar. SCALAR, scalar. What is meant by scalar? Scalar means a physical quantity which are having magnitude only. Magnitudes only means the physical quantity which can be measured in a number only. Means 5 kg sugar means the mass 5 kg. In that case 5 is a number and kg is a units. Means the which physical quantity which is only measured in a number, means the physical quantity which can be measured only in terms of a magnitude, that physical quantities are known as a scalar, and the scalars having a no direction. Means a physical quantity which is having magnitude only, What is meant by magnitude? Magnitudes means a number along with the units. Means which of the physical quantity which are having only a magnitudes, there will be no direction. Means a physical quantity which is having a magnitude only, means the physical quantity having a only magnitude and no direction, that physical quantities are known as a scalar. Example, distance. The distance is a only measured in terms of a magnitude, there will be no direction, therefore distance. Speed is also having a magnitude only, no direction, that is a mass, etc. Okay, the physical quantity which is having a magnitude only, that and no direction, that kind of physical quantities are known as a scalar. Next, vector. Next type of physical quantities are known as a vectors. Vectors are the physical quantity which are having a magnitude as well as direction. Okay. The physical quantity which are having a magnitude and direction. The physical quantities, you have already learned this. The physical quantities which are having magnitude as well as directions. That kind of physical quantities are known as a vectors. Means the physical quantity having a magnitude also and directions also, that kind of physical quantities are known as a vectors. The vector physical quantity, the examples of vector physical quantities are displacement, velocity, acceleration, force. Etc. That kind of physical quantities are having a magnitude as well as direction, therefore that kind of physical quantities are known as a vector. So what is meant by scalar? Scalar means a physical quantity having only magnitudes, no directions. Vectors means a physical quantity having a magnitude as well as direction. Now we have to see our original topic, that is a scalar product. That is a 6.1.1, the scalar product. What is meant by scalar product? We have to see. In previous two chapters we have already discussed that how to add a vectors and how to subtract the vectors. Now in that chapter we have discussed about how to multiply a vectors. In this chapter and in next chapter we have discussed about the multiplication of vectors. The multiplication of vectors are two types. One is the scalar product, another one is the vector product. The multiplication of the multiplication of vectors are two types. The multiplication of vectors are two types. See here, already you have discussed the addition and subtraction of a vectors, how to add and how to subtract a vectors. Now in that chapter we have discussed about the how to multiply. In that chapter and in next chapter we have discussed how to multiply a vectors. The multiplication of vectors are two types. One type is a scalar product. One type is a scalar product, and this is also known as a dot product. Scalar product, or this is also known as a dot product. What is meant by scalar product and dot product? Scalar product and dot product means when you have to multiply two vectors. When you have to multiply two vectors, when the answer should be in the form of a scalar, that kind of product or that kind of multiplication is known as a scalar product. Please listen once again. When you have to multiply two vectors, when your answer is in terms of a scalar, then that kind of product is known as a scalar product. Means multiplication of two vectors gives a scalar, that is known as a scalar product. Multiplication of, we have to see detail this concept. Multiplication of two vectors gives a scalar. This kind of multiplication is known as a scalar product or dot product. Means when you have to multiply two vectors, your answers is in terms of a scalar, then this kind of multiplication or this kind of product is known as a scalar product or dot product. We have to see detail this scalar product in this chapter. And second type of multiplication, that is a vector product. Vector product, or this vector product is also known as a cross product. Vector product is also known as a cross product. This vector product or cross product we have to see in next chapter. What is meant by a vector product? When you have to multiply two vectors, then your answer is in terms of a vector, that is known as a vector product. Means when you have multiplied two vectors, then you got a new vectors, that is known as a vector product. When the multiplication of two vectors again gives a new vector, that is known as a vector product. Means multiplication of two vectors gives a new vector, that is known as a vector product. What is meant by scalar product? Multiplication of two vectors gives a scalar, that is known as a scalar product. Means what is meant by a vector product? Multiplication of two vectors, gives another vector. This is known as a vector product or cross product. Scalar product means when you have to multiply two vectors, you got a scalar. This kind of product is known as a scalar product. And vector product means multiplication of two vectors gives another vector, that is known as a vector product. Now we have to see a scalar product. Now see a scalar product. Scalar product of two vector. Scalar product. Now see here, this is the one vector A and this is the another vector B. Now see here. Now see, this is a see here, this is the one vector, this is the vector A, and this is the another vector B, angle between them is theta. Now this is the figure 1a. Now see here is a two vector, vector A and vector B, and the angle between them is theta. Then the scalar product of A and B. The scalar product of A and B, how it can be represented and how it can be defined. See here, the two vectors A bar and B bar. In book, this A bar is nothing but that is a bold A. Bold means dark A. The A bar can be represented as a dark A. Okay, dark A is nothing but A bar. Bar represent a means A having a direction. See here, the vector A is moving along this direction, means the direction of vector A is this and the direction of vector B is this. This arrow shows a direction. Therefore A bar is nothing but a vector A, B bar is nothing but a vector B. How to read this? The two vectors A bar and B bar, then their product, then their scalar product, can be denoted as A bar and B bar are the two vectors, then their scalar product can be denoted as A bar dot B bar. It can be denoted as A bar dot B bar. How it can be read? Okay, A bar dot B bar. Reading of this scalar product of two vectors can be represented as A bar dot B bar, and it can be read as A bar dot B bar, and it is defined as how it now A bar dot B bar is equal to AB cos theta. In that case, A bar is a vector and B bar is a vector, but this is a scalar product. Scalar product between A bar and B bar is AB cos theta. In that case, A bar is a vector, B bar is a vector, but A is a scalar, B is also a scalar, and cos theta is also a scalar. Therefore, the scalar product of a two vectors, you got a scalar. Means in that case, A is a scalar, B is a scalar, and cos theta is also scalar. Here A comma B and cos theta are scalar quantity. Therefore, from that, what you can say that A bar dot B bar means the scalar product of two vectors is a scalar quantity. Means when you can take a scalar product or dot product between two vectors, your answer is in terms of a scalar. Means the scalar product of two vectors, you got a scalar quantity. A bar dot B bar, okay, is a scalar product, and it gives a scalar quantity. Means scalar physical quantity A B cos theta. In that case, A is also scalar, B is also scalar, and cos theta is also scalar. In that case, A is a vector, B is a vector, but their scalar product is a scalar quantity. The scalar product of, in MCQ, they can ask that the scalar product of two vectors, is a scalar. The scalar product of two vectors is a scalar quantity. Okay, the scalar product of two vectors is a scalar quantity. Now, how it can be gives? See here, A bar dot B bar is a AB cos theta. Now, how you got A bar dot B bar? A bar means one vector A. This is the A vector. Now, B bar means another vector B, and theta is the angle between them. Okay, where theta is the angle between A bar and B bar. Means theta is the angle between two vectors. Now see, in that case, A bar dot B bar is equal to, what is A bar dot B bar is equal to A into B cos theta, means A into B cos theta. Now in that case, what is mean by A and what is mean by B cos theta? Now this is the angle B. Now we have to take the projection of B along A. Projection of B along A means from this to this. Okay, means this physical quantity is known as a B cos theta. Okay, from here to here. Now this is the vector B. Therefore the projection of vector B along A. Therefore from here to here, this distance is B cos theta, and from here to here, this distance is A. Means in that case we have to take the product between from here to here into from here to here. Means in that case, what is from here to here? This is nothing but B cos theta. B cos theta is nothing but a projection of B along A, or projection of B onto A. In that case, A bar dot B bar means the scalar product of A and B is the product of A and the component of B along A. Product of A and the component of B along A. Therefore this is the A bar dot B bar is the component, is the product of A and the component of B along A. B cos theta is the projection of B onto A, or projection of B along A, means its image. B the image of B along A. In that case, the scalar product is the product between A and the component of B along A. Therefore this is the figure 1b. Therefore the scalar product of A bar dot B bar, it is the product between A and the component of B. A and the component of B along A, means the projection of B onto A. In that case, A bar dot B bar is the scalar product, and it is the product between A and the component of B along A. Component of B along A. Now also A bar dot B bar, the scalar product of two vectors, it can be represented as AB cos theta. Here in that case, A is a scalar, B is a scalar, cos theta is also scalar. Therefore I can write this is B into A cos theta. Now see here in that figure, now this is the vector A and this is the vector B. See here, this is vector A, this is a vector B, and theta is the angle between them. Now we have to draw a projection of A along B. Projection of A onto B. Projection of A on B. Projection of A on B means it's a image of A on B. Means this is the perpendicular, means this. From here to here, this is the A cos theta. From here to here, this is the A cos theta. Means in that case, this is scalar product of A bar dot B bar is equal to B into A cos theta. What is the A cos theta? A cos theta is the projection of A along B. Therefore the scalar product of A bar and B bar is the magnitude of, it is the product between this is the figure C. It is the product between magnitude of B means B and the projection of A along B means magnitude of B and the component of A along B. The component of A along B means A cos theta, and the component of A along B. Component of A along B means in that case A bar dot B bar, see here, A bar dot B bar is equal to AB cos theta. What is the AB cos theta means? A into B cos theta. A into B cos theta means it is the product between the magnitude of A and the component of B along A, means the projection of B along A is B cos theta. This B cos theta is nothing but a component of B along A, means A bar dot B bar is equal to A into B cos theta, means it is the product between the magnitude of A and the component of B along A. Component of B along A means B cos theta. Also this A bar dot B bar is equal to AB cos theta. From that B into A cos theta. B into A cos theta means it is the product between magnitude of B and the component of A along B. A cos theta means component of B along A along B. Therefore A bar dot B bar is, I can write, this is nothing but A into B cos theta, or this is nothing but B into A cos theta. The scalar product of A and B is the product between magnitude of A and the component of B along A, and also the scalar product of A and B is the magnitude of B and the component of A along B. It is the product between magnitude of A and the component of B along A, and it is the product between magnitude of B and the component of A along B. Okay. Then properties of scalar product. What are the properties of scalar product? Properties of scalar product. First property, commutative law. Commutative law. The scalar product obeys a commutative law. What is meant by commutative law? We have to see. Scalar product obeys a commutative law. Scalar product obeys a commutative law. Commutative law means you can take a scalar product between A bar dot B bar. This scalar product is equal to B bar dot A bar. This is known as a commutative law. Commutative law means the scalar product of A bar dot B bar is equal to scalar product of B bar dot A bar. Means if you can interchange the vectors, then also their scalar product is same. This is known as a commutative law. Commutative law means A bar dot B bar is equal to B bar dot A bar. Means if you can interchange the vectors physical quantity, then also their scalar product is same. Means either you can take A bar dot B bar, this is equal to B bar dot A bar. This is known as a commutative law. Now second properties of a scalar product, that is a distributive law. Distributive law. Distributive law. The scalar product of two vectors obeys a distributive law. It obeys distributive law. It means who scalar product obeys a distributive law. It obeys distributive law. What is meant by distributive law? A bar dot B bar plus C bar is equal to, see here, A bar dot B bar plus C bar is equal to A bar dot B bar, A bar dot B bar plus A bar dot C bar. This is known as a distributive law. Distributive law means A bar dot B bar plus C bar is equal to A bar dot B bar plus A bar dot C bar. Distributive law means A bar dot B bar plus C bar is equal to A bar dot B bar plus A bar dot C bar. This is the distributive law. Next, multiplication of scalar. Multiplication of scalar. Multiplication of scalar. See here, A dot lambda into B. A dot lambda into B. Here lambda is a scalar, therefore this is equal to lambda into A bar dot B bar. This is the multiplication of scalar. When the scalar is multiplied with one of the physical quantity, then you can take the scalar is outside, therefore scalar into A bar dot B bar, where lambda is a scalar. Therefore A bar dot lambda into B bar, this is equal to lambda into A bar dot B bar. This is the multiplication of scalar. These are the some basic properties of a scalar product. Scalar product obeys a commutative law. Commutative law means A bar dot B bar is equal to B bar dot A bar, and it obeys a distributive law. Distributive law means A bar dot B bar plus C bar is equal to A bar dot B bar plus A bar dot C bar. This is the distributive law. When we have to multiply with a scalar, in that case A bar dot lambda into B bar, where lambda is a scalar product, this is equal to lambda into A bar dot B bar. These are some properties of a scalar product. Now sometimes what happen, when vectors can be represented in terms of a unit vectors, in that case what happens with the scalar product means, when one of the vector can be represented in terms of unit vector. Unit vectors means I cap comma j cap comma k cap, means I cap is the unit vector along a x axis, j cap is the unit vector along a y axis, and k cap are the unit vectors along a z axis. If the vector can be represented in terms of I cap, j cap and k cap, means in terms of unit vector, in that case what happen with the scalar product means, when the two vectors are given and the scalar product between their unit vectors, then what happens with the scalar product? Then scalar product is given by, means when scalar product of I cap dot I cap is equal to j cap dot j cap is equal to k cap dot k cap is 1, and if the scalar product between I cap dot j cap is equal to j cap dot k cap is equal to k cap dot I cap is equal to 0, means when the same unit vectors, if the unit vectors along the same direction, then their scalar product is 1, means I cap dot I cap, j cap dot j cap and k cap dot k cap is 1. If the unit vectors along a one unit vector along a I cap and another unit vector along a j cap, then this is also 0. One is along j cap and another along a k cap. This is also 0. One along a k cap and another along a I cap. This is also a 0. Now we have to see for one example. Now let x is the one of the vectors, or sorry, if you can take a is the one of the vector, a is equal to 3 I cap plus 4 j cap plus 3 k cap, and b is the another vector, b is equal to 4 I cap plus 3 j cap plus 7 k cap. Then find out a bar dot b bar. Okay, if someone can ask this kind of question, then how you can find out the scalar product between two vectors? Now the solution. Now see here, solution a bar dot b bar is equal to, now first write down a is nothing but 3 I cap plus 4 j cap plus 3 k cap. dot. Now B is nothing but 4 I cap plus 3 j cap plus 7 k cap. Now see here, in that case, this is nothing but first you can take a 3i, okay, 3i with a 4i plus 3j plus 7k. Now we have to multiply 3i dot this, means 3i dot this. Now directly we have to see here, or one step, 3i dot 4i cap plus 3j cap plus 7k cap. Now next plus 4j cap dot 4i cap plus 3j cap plus 7k cap. Next plus 3k cap dot 4i cap plus 3j cap plus 7k cap. Now see here, this is 3i cap dot 4i cap, 3i cap dot 4i cap, 3i cap dot 4i cap. In that case, 3 into 4, 7. I cap dot I cap. What is the I cap dot I cap? I cap dot I cap is 1. Therefore, 3 into 4 is 12 into I cap plus I cap. What is a I cap dot I cap is nothing but a 1, means 12 into 1 plus 3 into 3, 9. 3 into 3, 9. I cap dot I cap dot j cap. What is I cap dot j cap? I cap dot j cap is 0. Therefore 3 into 3, 9. 9 into 0 means 0. Okay, understand? Plus 3 I cap dot 7 k cap. 3 I cap dot 7 k cap. In that case, 3 into 7, 21. But I cap dot k cap is 0. Therefore this is a 0. Now next 4 j cap. J cap dot 4 j cap dot 4 I cap. In that case, 4 into 4, 16. But j cap dot I cap is 0. Therefore this is a 0. Next 4 j cap dot 3 j cap. J cap dot j cap is 1. J cap dot j cap is 1. Therefore 4 into 3 is 12. 12 into 1 means that is a 12. Next 4 j cap dot 7 k cap. J cap dot k cap is 0. Therefore here k cap dot I cap is 0. K cap dot j cap is 0. K cap dot k cap is 1. Therefore 3 into 7 is 21. Therefore 12 plus 12 plus 21. 12 plus 12 plus 21. This is equal to 5. 1 plus 2 plus 2 is 5. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. Means 45. In that case, A bar dot B bar is a 45 units. Means when they can give a two vectors, in that case I cap dot I cap and j cap dot j cap, k cap dot k cap is 1, and I cap dot j cap and j cap dot k cap and k cap dot I cap is 1. Means if the same unit vectors are there, their dot product is 1. Same unit vector is there, their dot product is 1, and if the different unit vectors are there, their dot product is 0. This is the one of the example, and this is their applications. Okay, this is the basic thing. Means if you can take the same unit vectors and their dot product is 1, and the dot product between a different unit vectors, their dot product is 0. In that case, A bar dot B bar is 45 units. Now next, now suppose they can give A bar dot A bar. In that case, what happen? A bar dot A bar. In that case, you can take, this is nothing but A into A into A into cos theta. You know that theta is nothing but angle between two vectors. In that case, angle between A and A, angle between A and A is 0. Therefore this is nothing but A into A means A square into cos 0. What is the value of cos 0? Cos 0 is 1. Therefore A bar dot A bar, this is equal to A square. This is the one of the applications. Now next suppose now A bar dot B bar. A bar dot B bar is 0. A bar dot B bar is 0, then A bar and B bar are perpendicular to each other, are perpendicular to each other. When A bar dot B bar is 0, then A and B are perpendicular to each other. Then we have to see a proof. Then you know that A bar dot B bar. How you can write A bar dot B bar is nothing but AB cos theta. Okay, AB cos theta, and what they are given, A bar dot B bar is 0, means this product is 0, means 0 is equal to AB cos theta. 0 is equal to AB cos theta. This is the A into B. This is a scalar. Therefore, you can take this scalar from this side. Therefore, 0 is equal to cos theta. Therefore, this implies that cos theta is equal to 0. Therefore, theta is equal to cos inverse of 0. Then what is the cos inverse of 0? Then theta is equal to 90 degree. See here, A bar dot B bar is equal to AB cos theta. A bar dot B bar is 0. This is the given in that problem. Therefore, A bar dot B bar is 0. This is equal to AB cos theta. This is the AB is a scalar. Therefore, we have to take from this side. 0 by AB means 0. 0 is equal to cos theta, means cos theta is equal to 0. Therefore, theta is a cos inverse of 0. Cos inverse of 0 means theta is 90. Therefore, the angle between A and B is 90. Angle between A and B is 90, means A and B are perpendicular to each other. Therefore, when A bar dot B bar is 0, A and B are perpendicular to each other. Therefore, A bar and B bar are perpendicular to each other, are perpendicular to each other, are perpendicular to each other. Now we have to see one of the example that is on your textbook. Now that is a example 6.1. Now we have to see example 6.1. Now see here, what is the example 6.1? What they can write down example 6.1. Example 6.1. Find the angle between force F is equal to 3I cap plus 4J cap minus 5K cap unit, and displacement D is equal to 5I cap plus 4J cap plus 3K cap unit. Force is 3I cap plus 4J cap minus 5K cap unit, and displacement is 5I cap plus 4J cap and 3K cap unit. Also find the projection of F on D. Also find projection of F on D. Now solution. What they can say that find out the angle between the force and the displacement, means we have to find out the theta. They can say that find out the angle between a force and displacement. Okay, and also they can say that find out the projection of F on D. Projection of F on D is nothing but F dot D. Okay, first we have to find out the projection of F on D is nothing but F bar dot D. Okay, F bar dot D bar. This is nothing but the dot product between a force and displacement. In that case, what is the force? Force is nothing but 3 i cap plus 4 j cap minus 4 k cap dot d is nothing but 5 i cap plus 4 j cap plus 3 k cap. Now this is the force, the dot product, that is a projection of F on D. Projection of F on D is nothing but F bar dot D bar. In that case F bar is nothing but 3 i cap plus 4 j cap minus 5 k cap dot D bar is nothing but 5 i cap plus 4 j cap plus 3 k cap. Now in that case, do you know that this I cap dot this I cap dot I cap is 1. Therefore 3 into 5 I cap dot I cap is 1. Therefore 3 into 5 is 15. Now next this 3 I cap dot 4 j cap. 3 I cap dot 4 j cap. I cap dot j cap is 0. Therefore this is a 0. 3 I cap dot 3 k cap is 0. Okay, is 0. Next plus 4 i cap plus 4 j cap plus 5 i cap. J cap dot I cap is 0. Now 4 j cap dot 4 j cap. J cap dot j cap is 1. Therefore plus 4 into 4. Okay, next 4 j cap dot 3 k cap. J cap dot k cap is 0. Next minus 5 k cap dot 5 I cap. K cap dot I cap is 0. Next minus 5 k cap dot 4 j cap. K cap dot j cap is also 0. Next minus 5 k cap dot 3 k cap. K cap dot k cap is 1. Therefore minus 5 into 3. Minus 5 into 3. This is nothing but 3 into 5 15 plus 16 minus 15. Therefore this is nothing but a 16 unit. Therefore the dot product between F bar dot D bar is equal to 15 unit. Is a 15 unit. Now next we have to find out the angle between the force and the displacement. Now we know that F bar dot D bar is equal to Fd cos theta. Fd cos theta. Then you know that F bar dot D bar is already 16 unit. Therefore this is a 16. Now how to find out F? F means the magnitude of F. How to find out F? This F you have to find out under root of, see here how to find out F. When you have to find out a F, we have to take under root of, what is a F? F physical quantity means 3 I cap plus 4 j cap minus 5 k cap. Under root of, you can take a square of 3. 3 the square is 9. See here, square of 3 is 9. Now next square of 4. Square of 4 is 16, means 9 plus 16. Next square of minus 5. Square of minus 5 is 25. See here, this is only a F. Magnitude of F is under root of square of 3 plus square of 4 plus square of minus 5, means under root of 9 plus 16 plus 5. Now how to find out a D? D is same, under root of, where D, the square of 5 plus square of 4 plus square of 3. Square of 5 is 25 plus square of 4 is 16 plus square of 3 is 9 into cos theta. Now this is 9 plus 16 plus 25. This is nothing but a under root 50 into under root 25 plus 16 plus 9. This is also nothing but a 15 into cos theta. Now under root 15 into under root 15 is nothing but a 50. Under root 50 into under root 50 is 50 cos theta. Okay, 16 is equal to 50 cos theta. Therefore cos theta is equal to 16 by 50. Okay, next 16 by 50. What is your answer? 16 by 50 is nothing but 0.32. Therefore theta is equal to cos inverse of 0.32. Now this is the theta value. Theta is equal to cos inverse of 0.32. This is approximately equal to 71 or 72 degree Celsius. Okay, sorry, this is the 71 or 72, that is degree. Now this is the way to find out the angle between F and D. How to find out the projection of F on D? Projection of F on D means the dot product between F and D. The dot product, you know that one rule, I dot I is 1 and J dot J is 1, K dot K is 1, other physical quantities are 0. Means 3 I cap, we have to multiply 3 I cap with 5 I cap. Means I cap dot I cap is 1. Therefore 3 into 5 is 15. 3 into 5. Next 3 I cap dot 4 J cap. I cap dot J cap is 0. Next 3 I cap dot 3 K cap. I cap dot K cap is 0. Next plus 4 J cap. Okay, J cap dot 5 I cap. J cap dot I cap is 0. Next J cap dot J cap is 1. Therefore 4J dot 4J cap is equal to J cap dot J cap is 1. Therefore 4 into 4. Next 4J cap dot 3K cap. J cap dot K cap is 0. Next minus 5 K cap dot 5 I cap. K cap dot I cap is 0. Minus K cap dot 4J cap. K cap dot J cap is 0. Next 5 minus 5 K cap dot 3K cap. K cap dot K cap is 1. Therefore minus 5 into 3. Minus 5 into 3. When you can multiply this, you got a 16 unit. This is the projection of F on D is 16 unit. Now we have to find out the angle between the force and displacement. In that case, F dot D, you know that F dot D is nothing but FD cos theta. Then already we have to find out F dot D is nothing but 16. Now we have to find out the magnitude of F. How to find out a magnitude of F? Magnitude of F is nothing but under root of whatever the F physical F vector is there. We have to take a 3 square plus 4 square plus minus 5 square. Okay. Similarly, we have to find out a D. D is nothing but under root of 5 square plus 4 square plus 3 square into cos theta is as it is. Therefore, this 9 plus 16 plus 25 is 50. 25 plus 16 plus 9 is also 50. Therefore, under root 50 into under root 50, this is nothing but a 50 into cos theta. Therefore 16 is equal to 50 into cos theta. Therefore cos theta is 16 by 50. Therefore theta is cos inverse of 0.32. This is the example 6.1.